everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, June 25, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We've been doing these meditations now for, I believe February will be 8 years. And we've done them every day, 365 days a year, all that time. So there's thousands of them out there for people on the planet to use, listen to, acclimate themselves. And it's amazing. It takes a long time for it to penetrate the civilization. But when you have thousands and people have access to listening to them, the vibrational harmonics of these meditations are astronomical. So after a while, it starts, especially with the change of the planet, the frequencies through collective consciousness of a higher, much higher frequency of existence, choosing to collectively. And that's what a lot of people are witnessing on this planet in this very now moment. You want to make sure that you're in a comfortable position, that you have no outside distractions. I've seen some people have the TV blaring and dog barking, and you want to make sure it's quiet and you have no outside distractions, that you're relaxed into your body, you're still as a statue, and you're focused on, your breath, the natural breath, breathing, rising and falling. That brings you into the now. The ego mind's not there. If you feel the ego mind tugging, just let it pass through. Don't even acknowledge the fact. You can say, put up that big neon stop sign, say, ego mind, stop, you're not in charge. Period. The more and more we become in tune with who and what we are, it's a deep spiritual practice in remembering who you truly are. Most people do not know how to access bliss. In fact, they don't know what it is. Well, maybe a little bit. Or a real inner peace. I'm talking about the kind of bliss and peacefulness that remains quietly glowing when your schedule is chaotic or your mind gets too loud. It's always there. We may try spiritual techniques like prayer, breath work, devotional practice, or even deep introspective work. Yet they often feel like something is still missing. We do not feel radically elated and utterly blissed out to our bones. That's because what we're really longing for isn't found in a technique or a breathing exercise. It's not discovered in finding a better version of ourselves either. It's a return to our deepest spiritual essence, the soft, undisturbed, present moment awareness beneath the surface. Bliss is not something we can reach for. It is something we get to relax into. It is the gentle truth that rises when we realize that everything we cling to is what keeps us from bliss. So imagine that. Everything we attach ourselves to in this life. actually keeps us from bliss. The mind has no choice but to bow when the soul remembers what it never truly forgot. See, now I've talked about amnesia, right? But there's an interesting little twist there. The soul, which houses the God, you can't wipe it. You can't wipe the memory. You know why? Because the memory is collective amongst all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, forever. So let's just say that you're blank, right? You don't remember anything from a past life. So you enter the life you're in now. And then the whole comprehension of it is that we're all told that you're not going to be able to remember any of that. Okay? After a while, we accept it. But the interesting part is, irony to it all, is that we can't be blanked. Oh, sure. I mean, if the soul's coming in, right? Blank the soul. You can't blank the God within it. You cannot blank the God within the soul. I don't care how strong an electrical charge the controllers of this quadrant of the galaxy are using. You cannot. That's the secret. But we're convinced that we have amnesia and that we're blanked. So we don't remember past lives. When all along, all we do is we practice meditation. We practice being in the now as much as possible. We practice leaving the mind and ego alone so that we can watch it, master it, use it as we're the master of it and it's not the master of us. Same with our thoughts. So we have access to all of our past lives. All of them. I mean, super detailed. We just have not learned how to access it. And see, we get so misguided through this life that let's just say a lot of us will start to pick up on it. But then we leave the body. It's pretty frustrating. And we leave the body, and then we're zapped again, and we're zapped. But we didn't learn that we can't be wiped, that our past lives can't be wiped. They're insulated. The God is within the soul. The soul houses the God. Some people might think that you need to wait for your life to get quieter. You just need to take this one simple step inward, which is sacred. And here's the 3 sacred steps to instantly awaken pure bliss. First step, let yourself be empty. Stop trying to fix what was never broken. Do not reach for more meaning in life, greater progress, or a better identity. Just sit, relax. Allow everything to be what it is within you without effort, without struggle. What do you think we do in these meditations? We sit and we relax. We're not sticking our fingers and hands in everything. In the stillness, something begins to glow. It is not loud or dramatic, but subtle and unmistakable. It's a presence that does not move. We are not here to achieve anything. We are here to remember what cannot be lost, as I was just talking about earlier. And that remembering begins in our deepest, deepest, deepest stillness. Now, second step, turn towards what never changes. There is a part of you that was here before your thoughts, before your name, before your first breath. It remains unchanged as the backdrop of every experience you have ever had. It never fully arrives and never fully leaves. It cannot be threatened or changed and cannot come and go. You do not need to believe in it to see or feel it. You only need to stop looking outward for what is already within. Close your eyes. Let your breath soften. Listen to the silence behind the silence. And the silence is not empty. It is full of knowing, full of love, full of life. It holds everything and asks nothing in return. Third step, trust in what feels most alive. Bliss does not arise because something blissful happened. It is the aliveness beneath our every breath awaiting for our attention. Bliss does not depend on healing, clarity, or even peace to exist. It is simply what arises when our ego releases its agenda. And we become sensitive enough to stop pretending to be someone. It is the natural current that flows when effort is dropped. It is the joy that remains when you no longer resist yourself. You do not need to understand it. You do not need to try and create it. You only need to stop interrupting it. Let it rise up your spine on its own. Give it plenty of time and without force. Be infinitely patient for it. And it will bless you. It will deeply, eternally love you instantly with natural blissfulness. Thoughts come and go. Let them. Emotions rise and fall. Allow them. Let all of life move through you. Let the story of who you think you are unravel. And remember, you are not here to prove or improve yourself. You are here to meet your real self. And then you do. When you do, you will find nothing is missing. Beneath the worry, the fear, the shame, and joy, and doubt, and life stress, and future dreams, there is a quiet, unshakable presence that does not move. It has never ever moved. That presence is not separate from bliss. That presence is the source of bliss. It waits for you in the stillness. It is awakened through the breath. Cannot be chased. It can only be received with an open body, mind, and heart. And it is never further than right here, now. You do not need to reach for it. Just stop turning away from it and being distracted by the outer world, because the bliss you have been longing for has always been beneath everything. And whatever is beneath everything has to be good. And that goodliness is you. Look at the sun. Notice how it shines for you. Now what happens to us on this planet is that we run out of time. You see, in a way, we don't value our stay here because we become so distracted from the material physical world. And, of course, the ego mind. Most of the time, we're treading water. And what is it? To get through life. To survive life. To earn life. To pay for life. And we get so distracted that all the things that are just waiting for us within go unnoticed for the most part. And then years, it's like weeks turn into months, months turn into years. And we say, oh, I got plenty of time. Plenty of time. I could do that later. I don't need to do it right now. You ever done that in this life? And then, boom. You say to yourself, wow, where did the time go? And you're old, if you're fortunate enough to get old. And you look and you go, gosh, I don't have much time left. I wanted to do all this. I'm never going to get it done. And it passes by. Strange thing is, we come back into a new life. We do it all over again. It's like when you get a thought about something, right? When you have a thought, and it's really compelling. You're not fixated on it. You're not attached to it. You don't have expectations. It's just something that it's in your heart. You feel it in your heart, not your head. Something that's talking with you in a vibrational way, frequency. Do it. Whatever it may be. Get it. Do it. Don't fight it. Don't suppress it. Do it. You'd be amazed what happens. See, most of us will worry, stress, and fear before we ever acquire anything. You ever done that? Oh, well, I don't do the spur of the moment thing. Why not? If it's coming from the heart and it's really saying, get it, do it. And then on occasion, people will just step in that direction and go, wow, I'm so glad I did. This is phenomenal. Most of the time, ego mind's front and center, and we go, no. I'll just let that be. Let it pass. Right? Surrender it. If you get something that's always there, it's just kind of poking you and saying, come on, you can do this. This is where we surrender every single day. All the time. What does surrender mean? It means you let it go. You don't have anything. You're not attached to it. You're not connected to it. You don't have expectations about it. It's wonderful. Don't get me wrong about that. But you don't have all the clutter and stuff that sticks to you about whatever it is. Could be an emotion, could be a relationship, could be an inanimate object, could be anything. But the most important thing that we all should choose, we have the opportunity to choose, that what this life is for you. It's been designed by you, the God that you are. It's for you. It is all about you. It's the life that you want to live. Isn't that important? Wouldn't we believe for ourselves, wouldn't we feel that's paramount? We don't, unfortunately, the majority of the time, we do not focus on how wonderful life is. Because, there's something going on here, or there's something going on over there, and we say, we just don't have time to focus on life. Now, how wonderful it is that we're breathing, that we're alive in these bodies, that we can have an ice cream cone, that we actually can cry tears, that we can actually smile, taste, all kinds of stuff. And this is when we talk about being in deep eternal gratitude, because you know why? It focuses on the most important part. And what's that? Bliss. How many times have you seen in this life alone, genuinely, not put on, someone who has embraced their bliss? Have you ever embraced your bliss? See, you start to comprehend it. The bliss is here all the time. It doesn't move. It doesn't go anywhere. It's here. It's always here. It's always with us. And it's just us allowing it to flood in. Ask yourself, when was the last time you were blissful? You felt blissful. Didn't have to be for any reason whatsoever. You just did. You felt blissful. Or maybe you don't even know what bliss is or what bliss feels like. It's a complete spiritual high is bliss. A complete spiritual high. Which means what? Well, some of you have experienced Kundalini, where you have the energy start at your coccyx, lower back, way down, right? And it starts to go up. It's real subtle at first, but you can feel it. It's an energy, obviously, and it goes up through your spine, and then it goes up into the cervical spine, the back of the neck, and up into the brain. It is a magnificent feeling. Doesn't last long. It's an unconscious Kundalini, and a lot of people have those on occasion for no particular reason. They just come in. They happen. Being in a bliss state is our true nature. It's our natural state of being. Not being in a bliss state is our unnatural state of being. Being happy is our natural state of being. Being unhappy is not our natural state of being. Being hateful is not our natural state of being. Being deep, eternal loving is our natural state of being. See, when you can pick this out, years ago I did a list of the natural state of being and the unnatural state of being, and be amazed. And this had nothing to do with judging or coming down on oneself. But you'd be amazed when you come up with, and see, you focus on natural state of being and you go through everything. It just floods in. You write it down. You write it down in one column, you write down in the other column, you write down unnatural state of being. And it blows you away that and you're not thinking about anything. You're just writing. Coming right from the heart mind. So isn't it ironic that this civilization, this species, on this planet, in this now moment, walk this earth not knowing a lot of things. I mean, deeply embracing a lot of things, such as you are the heaven within that body. You are heaven on earth. Now, how many people believe that? Well, with just endless religions on this planet, new ones coming in every day, how in the heck can you clear all that away? And to be in bliss state is that you're happy and joyous, and you feel wonderful, and you feel free. And you are. Because you're not in the clutter. The clutter is what? The mind. The clutter is the mind. But what about the heart mind? The heart mind is not clutter. The heart mind is the opposite of the ego mind. The heart mind is happy, joyous, blissful, right? Fearless. The ego mind is sad, unhappy, fearful. I know that sounds strange, but when you look, and you're an observer, remember, you're not judging yourself or anything else or anyone. But when you're watching and observing, you begin to say, I can see that. Okay? Most of us are not in a natural state of being. In fact, put it this way, I'd say all of us, we're not in a natural state of being. We may embrace it on occasion, even unconsciously, but we're not in a natural state of being. Why do you think so many people are frustrated? Don't have to be frustrated a lot. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Not satisfied, not content. Happy, maybe a little bit here and there, but not fully. Worried, stressful, anxiety. These are not our natural states of being. Our natural state of being, life, isn't this funny? Our natural state of being, life, is what we fight. We fight life. It's not a bad thing, it's just that we fight it. All through our life, we fight life. We don't embrace it. Heck, most of us have a hard time looking in the mirror. Isn't that crazy? And see, the interesting thing is that our natural state of being isn't earning. It isn't earning. Because we have all that we've ever could imagine and then some. We just haven't manifested it yet. Because on top of that, we don't believe we can manifest. There's no such thing as luck. Do you know what luck really is? It's when you're focused on something that you truly want, and it's sent from the heart mind. It's when you're focused on something that you truly want or desire. And then people, without knowing that, people call it luck. There's no such thing as luck. Never has been. It's when we focus on something and it materializes, it manifests, and we call that luck. How could this have happened? Wow, you're just lucky. No, I'm a manifesting machine, and I manifested it, but I didn't know I manifested it because I wasn't focused on manifesting it. I sent the thought out, I was in a moment with it, and then I let it be. Why does this civilization complicate everything? Why? Because it doesn't trust itself. If it trusted itself, it wouldn't complicate everything. Well, this is too easy. Got to be more to it than that. Nothing's that simple. You ever heard those words? I think someone says to you, "Hey Jim, that's come on. You try and tell me that it's this simple? Can't be. No way." Because we don't trust ourselves. You see something that's real simple, and you start questioning and doubting it. Why is that? Because you don't trust yourself. Bottom line. Do you trust the universe? Do you trust happiness? Do you trust the fact that everything is within you? That all the power that you could possibly imagine and beyond is what you are in that body? That you're a master creator, that you actually literally can create anything you desire. And not only to say it, but to feel it. That's big. And not feel it once in a while, but feel it all the time. It's huge. But many of us don't trust ourselves. So how in the heck are we going to believe any of that? Really? How are we going to believe any of that? We aren't. Henceforth, you look at the planet as a watcher, observer, and you go, wow. Things seem to be really interesting, to say the least. And then when you look at your life and you say, my life is perfect exactly the way it is in this very now moment, it is. But see, we get in that judgment mode with the ego mind and critiquing and analyzing and reviewing, and instead of just being. Instead of just being. These are all particles beyond quantum, and they all have consciousness. We are particles that are never ending. Always have been, always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. This is beyond consciousness, beyond all of it. How do you know that this universe is not just a speck housing all this, right? And that there are trillions of those specks endlessly creating throughout eternity. One speck, let's just say a grain of sand, encompasses this entire universe and all the happenings within it. So you take another grain of sand, it's the same thing. It might be 10 universes into that grain of sand, encompassing all that's within it. And not only that, they're all connected. To some people it gets over, kind of mind-boggling, but something to contemplate, isn't it? But we focus on the now, this very moment we're in, and it's what we truly have. We don't have anything else. We really don't. No matter how that ego mind wants to say, to you, oh, never mind this stuff. We have it all. You really believe that the gods that we are wouldn't have it all? And when we're in these bodies, we're here to discover that we have it all, that it never leaves us, that it is contained within us. The happiness, the bliss, the joy, which is consistent, not a burst of it here or there, but it's what you feel all the time. This is kind of a picture window view of what I've been calling for the last few years New Earth. God, planet, paradise. This planet shifts into a God, planet, paradise with much higher vibrational frequencies. How was that created? By us, collectively, through all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. So the planet shifts into a God, planet, paradise. Why? Because that's what we wanted. It's that simple. It's what we want. We want a God, planet, paradise. We want to experience paradise across the board. All right? We know the difference between all those emotions and everything. We've had them many lifetimes. So we've accumulated enough to create a God, planet, paradise, which is nothing like this now. And I'm not saying what we have now isn't perfect either. But to repeatedly go over and over and over similar things over and over and over again, thousands and tens of thousands and millions and billions of years, I think we got it. I really do. I believe that we all have it, and we comprehend it, and now it's kind of like time to move on and not belabor the issue or the formula. So we move on, and we create a God-planet paradise, which we're doing right now, by how we decide, by what we look at, how we look at it, how we feel, and by going deeper and deeper and deeper within. Join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain relaxed into your body, still, and focused on your breath rising and falling. Your natural breath. This outer world is ever-changing, always in motion. Any sense of safety or stability that any of us cling to in the material world is temporary. And inevitably, it will dissolve. True and lasting security is only found in what is eternal and unchanging. It is the unshakable recognition of the infinite, divine presence that you are. And yes, you are the timeless expression of the divine itself. Though it may sometimes feel distant, trust that by surrendering into this truth and turning your awareness inward, you will discover the divine within. Through quieting the mind, like we do in these meditations, stilling the body, and resting in deep inner presence, you will find the radiant, unchanging essence that has always been within you. This is where true security resides, and the boundless sacred connection to your infinite nature. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and following morning. We will return here Thursday, 2025, June 26th, to continue our global guided meditation call after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. And tonight, after 9:15 p.m. Eastern, our time for change call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's going on within you or outside of you. Open your heart. Allow the magic to flow in.